Let us start the first exercise 12.1. So a tower stands vertically on the ground from a point which is 15 meters away from the foot of the tower. So the angle of elevation of the top of the tower, the person is looking towards the tower at an angle of 45 degrees. So the distance between the foot of the tower and from the point which the person is looking is 15 meters. So now he is asking us to find the height of the tower, which we assume as let h meters be the height of the tower. Here given data, the distance between foot of tower and the point is 15 meter. Let us assume this as A, this as B, this as C. So then this becomes BC equals to 15 meters. Let us assume the height of tower be h meters. So AB equals to h meters. AB equals to this. So if this is the angle, then the side which is opposite to the angle becomes opposite side. The slant line becomes the hypotenuse, and this is the adjacent side. And the trigonometry ratio that divides both opposite and adjacent is tan theta. And in all the problems of the applications of trigonometry in this particular chapter, we use only tan theta as the trigonometric ratio for 99% of the problems. For very rare scenarios, we will use sin theta as the formula for one or two problems. But mostly we use only tan theta. So tan theta equals to opposite side divided by adjacent side. We know that the opposite side is AB and the adjacent side is BC, and we know the given angle as theta as 45 degrees. Now let us substitute the values here. Tan 45 degrees equals to what is AB divided by what is BC. It's 15. So we know that tan 45 degrees equals to 1. This becomes 1 equals to h divided by 15. From here, therefore, h equals to 15 meters. Therefore, the height of the tower is 15 meters. So what is the height of the tower here is 15 meters. So this is the first problem where he has given a tower which is standing vertically on the ground, and from a point 15 meters away a person is looking the top of the tree at an angle of 45 degrees. So he's asking us to find the height of the tree. Height of the tower. So this would be the procedure, and if you have any problems related to the first problem, you can ping it in the comment section. Okay, the next question, here is the second question. The question states a tree breaks due to storm and the broken part bends so that the top of the tree touches the ground by making an angle of 30 degrees with the ground. The distance between the foot of the tree and the top of the tree on the ground is 6 meters. Find the height of the tree before falling. So a tree has broken due to storm. So the top of the tree is touching the ground and making an angle of 30 degrees. Making an angle of 30 degrees with the ground, and the distance between the top of the tree, the distance between the foot of the tree and the top of the tree that is touching the ground is given as 6 meters. So now he is asking us to find the actual height of the tree before falling down. So he's asking us to find the actual height of the tree before falling down. So the angle that was made is 30 degrees, and the distance between the foot of the tree and the top of the tree that touching on the ground is 6 meters. So is asking us to find the height of the tree, find the height of the actual tree before falling down. So that means the height of this part plus this part. So let us give them some namings. So let us point them as A, B, C. So here is the angle, then this side would be opposite. The slant part becomes hypotenuse and this becomes adjacent side. Now let us start the problem. So the trigonometry ratio that combines both opposite side and the adjacent side would be tan theta. So tan theta equals to opposite side divided by adjacent side. What is opposite here? It's AB divided by adjacent is BC. So in the given problem, he has given theta as 30 degrees. So tan 30 degrees equals to, what is the value of AB? We need to find it out, and the value of BC is 6 meters. So we know that tan 30 degrees value will be 1 by root 3 equals to AB divided by 6. Now when you shift the 6 to this side, this becomes AB equals to 6 divided by root 3. Now you can write 6 as 3 into 2 divided by root 3. You can write 6 as 3 into 2. Root 3 gets cancelled out and you are left with root 3, and 3 gets cancelled out and you are left with root 3. So let me give you an explanation about it. So you can write 3 as root 3 here. If you cancel out square and square root, you will be left out with 3 again. So we can write it as root 3 whole square. We are adding root as well as square to it. So which is the same thing as 3. So 1 square and 1 root 3 will get cancelled out and you will be left out with another root 3. So therefore AB equals to 2 into root 3, 2 root 3 meters. Now let me explain you the other part here itself. We got this value as 2 root 3 meters. Now you need to find the value of the hypotenuse. So we can use this thing here. The trigonometry ratio that combines both opposite side and the hypotenuse would be sine theta equals to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So the opposite side would be AB and the hypotenuse side would be AC, and theta value will be 30 degrees. Sine 30 degrees equals to, we know that the AB value is 2 into root 3 divided by AC. What is sine 30 degrees? It's 1 by 2 equals to 2 root 3 divided by AC. Now we will do cross multiplication. So the AC comes this side, 1 into AC is AC and 2 root 3 into 2. So therefore AC equals to 2 into 2 is 4 root 3 meters. You got the values here. This one as 2 root 3 and this one as 4 root 3. So he's asking us to find the height of the tree before falling down. So before falling down, to find the height of the before falling down, you need to add this value plus this value, which is AB plus AC. Now let us add them. Therefore, height of tree before falling down equals to AB plus AC, which is 2 root 3 plus 4 root 3. 2 plus 4 is 6 root 3 meters. So the actual height of the tree before falling is 6 root 3 meters. And if you have any doubts related to the second problem, you can ping it in the comment section. Okay, now let us start the third problem. States that a contractor wants to set up a slide for the children to play in the park. He wants to set it up at a height of 2 meters and by making an angle of 30 degrees with the ground. What should be the height? What should be the length of the slide? So the contractor wants to set up a slide for the children to play in the park. So he wants to set it up at a height of 2 meters. So the height will be 2 meters. And by making an angle of 30 degrees with the ground. So this is making an angle of 30 degrees with the ground. So what will be the length of this slide? What will be the length of this slide? The angle that is making here is 30 degrees and the height he has given us 2 meters. Now is asking us to find this slide, the length of this slide. Now let us name these things A. So given AB equals to 2 meters and the angle that he has given, angle C, equals to 30 degrees. Now he's asking us to find the length of AC. So if this is the angle, this would be opposite side. The slant part becomes the hypotenuse and this is adjacent side. And we know the trigonometry ratio that is used to combine both opposite side and the hypotenuse would be sine theta equals to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So sine 30 degrees equals to, what is opposite? It is AB divided by, what is hypotenuse? It is AC. We know that sine 30 degrees value is 1 by 2 and AB is 2 divided by AC. We are cross multiplying them. We get as 1 into AC is AC equals to 2 into 2, which is AC equals to 4 meters. So the length of the slide will be 4 meters. Therefore AC equals to 4 meters. This is the third one. Let us discuss the fourth problem. The length of the shadow of a 15-meter high pole is 15 root 3 meters at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then what is the angle of elevation of the sun rays with the ground at that time? So he is asking us to find the angle of elevation. So the height, the length of the shadow of a 15-meter high pole. So he is given the height of the pole, which is 15 meters, and he has also given us the length of the shadow. So the length of the shadow is 15 root 3 meters. So when you join both these lines, this becomes a right angle triangle. So he's asking us to find the angle of elevation. So this angle will be equal to this angle. As per similar triangle rules, sun casts the rays onto the pole. The actual angle would be this. So as per similar triangles rule, both these angles will be equal. So now let us start the problem. So he has given the length of shadow as 15 meters and the shadow that it is casting is 15 root 3 meters. So he's asking us to find the angle of elevation. So we know that the angle is here. This would be the opposite side and this will be the adjacent side. Tan theta equals to opposite side divided by adjacent side. So what is opposite side here? You can name them as A, B, C. What is opposite here? AB divided by BC. Tan theta equals to what is AB? 15 divided by what is BC? It is 15 root 3. 15 ones are, you are left with tan theta equals to 1 by 3. And we know that tan 30 degrees equals to 1 by root 3. So tan theta equals to tan 30 degrees. Both tan gets cancelled and you will be left with theta equals to 30 degrees. So the sun will be falling at an angle of 30 degrees. So this is the problem. Next, the fifth problem. So you want to erect a pole of height 10 meter with the support of 3 ropes. Each rope has to make an angle 30 degrees with the pole. What should be the length of the rope? So you are trying to erect a pole of height 10 meters. So you are using 3 ropes. So the 3 ropes are making an angle of 30 degrees. You can see this is first rope, this is second rope, and this is the third one. So using 3 ropes, you are trying to erect a pole of 10 meters, and each rope is making an angle of 30 degrees with the pole. Is asking us that what should be the length of the rope. So the length of the first rope, the length of the second rope, and the length of the third rope. As every rope is making an angle of 30 degrees, this is making 30 and this is also making 30 degrees. As every rope is making an angle of 30 degrees, let us assume only one rope. Let us find only the length of one rope and then we will multiply that particular length with 3 ropes at a time. So this is the pole height of 10 meters and the rope is here. Let me take the first rope which is making 30 degrees angle. So let me name them A, B, C. If this is the angle, then this would be the opposite side. The slant part becomes the hypotenuse and this is adjacent side. So we need to find the length of first rope, second rope, third rope. If we find one, so the length of the other 2 ropes will be same. So then we can add first rope, second rope, third rope together. So let me start here. AB equals to 10 meters and the angle that he has given is 30 degrees and is asking us to find adjacent, the trigonometry ratio that combines adjacent side and hypotenuse would be cos theta equals to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. So we know that theta is 30 degrees. Cos 30 degrees equals to the adjacent side would be AB divided by hypotenuse side would be AC. So cos 30, we know that the cos 30 degrees value is root 3 by 2 and the AB value is 10 divided by, we need to find the AC value. Now cross multiply. Root 3 into AC equals to 10 into 2. So root 3 AC equals to 10 into 2 is 20. Now when you change the root 3 to the other side, that becomes AC equals to 20 divided by root 3. And as we know that the length of the ropes are equal, the three ropes are equal, we can write it as 3 into AC. As three ropes are of equal length, we can write them as 3 into AC. Three ropes are of equal length. So we can write them as 3 into AC. So this becomes 3 into what is AC? 20 divided by root 3. As we discussed earlier, we can write 3 as root 3 whole square, where square root gets cancelled and you will be left with 3 again. So you can write 3 as root 3 whole square. Writing the 3 as root 3 whole square into 20 divided by root 3, 1 root 3 gets cancelled. Now you are left with root 3 into 20 is 20 root 3 meters. So therefore, the length of 3 ropes is 20 root 3 meters. So this is the fifth problem. Okay, here is the next problem. Suppose you are shooting an arrow from the top of a building at an height of 6 meters to a target on the ground at an angle of depression 60 degrees. So what is the distance between you and the object? So his actual line of sight would be this, the straight line. So he's trying to aim and target which is at the ground, and he is standing on a top of a building which is 6 meters in height. A shooter wants to aim and target which is on the ground. He is standing on a building which is 6 meters in height. A shooter is standing on the top of a tree which is, I mean, on the top of a building which is 6 meters in height, and he is aiming and target which is on the ground with an angle of depression 60 degrees. With an angle of depression 60 degrees, we know that the opposite angles will be equal as per similar triangles rule. So this becomes 60 degrees. Now he is asking us to find what is the distance between you and the object. You're standing here, so the distance between you, the target. So let us name these points A. So he's asking us to find the length of AC, or else the distance between A and C. So he has given us the height of the building which is 6 meters and the angle of depression which is 60 degrees. So the side which is opposite to the angle is opposite side and becomes the hypotenuse, and this is adjacent. So he's asking us to find AC, and he has given, and the trigonometric ratio that combines both opposite side and the hypotenuse would be sine theta equals to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So sine 60 degrees equals to opposite side is AB and the hypotenuse side is AC. So we know that sine 60 degrees root 3 by 2 equals to AB. What is AB here? 6 and divided by AC. Now we are cross multiplying them. Let me write the solution here. So this becomes root 3 into AC equals to 6 into 2. So when root 3 is shifted to this side, this becomes AC equals to, you can write 6 as 3 into 2 divided by root 3. You can write 6 as 3 into 2. You already has 2 here. So we will cancel 3 and root 3 and 3. We will be left with root 3. We know that we discussed earlier that you can write 3 as root 3 whole square. So 1 root 3 and 1 root 3 gets cancelled and you are left with root 3. AC equals to root 3 into 2 is 4. So therefore AC equals to 4 root 3 meters. So therefore the distance between A and C will be 4 root 3 meters. So in this problem, you can multiply this thing with 20 into root 3. We know that the root 3 value is 1.72. Can multiply 172 into 2 to the 4, 2 7s are 14, 2 1s are 2, 3. As there is 1 0 and 1 point, you can cancel out and you will be left with 34.4 meters. Either you can write this or you can write this. It's up to you. Either you can choose this or you can choose this. Problem number 7. An electrician wants to repair an electric connection on a pole of height 9 meters. So the height of the complete pole is 9 meters. He needs to reach 1.8 meters below the top of the pole to do repair work. So he needs to reach 1.8 meters. 1.8 meters below top of the pole to do repair work. So this is the complete pole which is of 9 meters height. So he needs to reach 1.8 meters below from the top of the pole, from the top of the pole to 1.8 meters, where you have the repair work here at this particular point. So it has to be below 1.8 meter from the top. So now he's asking what should be the length of the ladder. So he's asking us to find the length of the, that is the first question. He climbs it at an angle of 60 degrees. So he is climbing at an angle of 60 degrees with the ground. What will be the distance between the foot of the ladder and foot of the pole? In a second. So he's asking us to find the distance between foot of the tower and foot of the ladder. So this complete length will be 9 meter. This particular length will be 1.8 meter, and the ladder which is making an angle of 60 degrees. So he is asking us to find the length of this ladder, this particular line. He is asking us to find the length of this ladder, which is this, and the distance between foot of the tower and foot of the ladder that is touching the ground. So now we are using triangle. Let us name it A, B, C and D. So we don't require this part. So we are removing it from the tower height. So 9 minus 1.8, or else you can write it as AC, total line from A to C. What would be the length? A to B plus B to C. For triangle BDC, you require only the length of the BC. So when you shift the AB to the other side, that becomes BC equals to AC minus AB, which is the same part. BC equals to, what is AC? 9 minus what is AB? 1.8. So BC becomes 9 minus 1.8 is 7.2 meters. So what would be the length of the BC? That would be 7.2 meters. I hope you are clear on the question. Now let us start the problem. I mean the solution in triangle BDC. Triangle BDC, angle D or else the theta, which is angle D, is 60 degrees. The length of BC part, which is 7.2 meters, and is asking us to find the length of the ladder, which is BD. If this is the angle, the side opposite to the angle will be opposite side. The slant part becomes the hypotenuse and the other one is adjacent side. We know that the trigonometry ratio that combines both opposite side and hypotenuse will be sin theta equals to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So sin 60 degrees. Sin 60 degrees equals to what is opposite, which is BC divided by hypotenuse is BD. Sin 60 degrees is root 3 by 2. What is BC? 7.2 divided by BD, cross multiplication. So root 3 into BD equals to 7.2 into 2. So when root 3 is shifted to this side, that becomes BD equals to 7.2 into 2 divided by root 3. You can write 7.2 as, you can first divide with 3 ones are 3 twos are 6. You are left with 1. 3 fours are 2.4. That means you can write 7.2 as 3 into 2.4. So you can write it as 3 into 2.4 into 2 divided by root 3. We know that 3 can be written as root 3 whole square. Now let me solve it here. So root 3 whole square into 2.4 into 2 divided by root 3. 1 root 3 gets cancelled. We are left with root 3 into, let us multiply this. 2 4s are 8 and 2 2s are 4. This becomes 4.8. And we know that root 3 value is 1.7. Now let us substitute the root 3 value here. This becomes 1.72 into 4.8. Now multiply them. 172 into 48. 8 twos are 16, 56 plus 1, 57, 8 ones are 8, 8 plus 5, which is 13, 4 twos 8, 4 sevens 28, 4 ones are 4, plus 2 6, this becomes 15, this becomes 12, this becomes 8. So you have a point after one number here and two numbers here. So 1 plus 2, which is 3, after three numbers, which is 88.256. And we know that if there is a number which is greater than 5 or equal to 5, a number will be added to the number before it. So this becomes 8.26. So this is 8.26 meters. So therefore, length of ladder is 8.26 meters. So you got the length of ladder as 8.26 meters. Now the second part of the question, where you need to find the distance between the foot of the tower and the foot of the ladder. So you need to find the distance of CD. So the trigonometry ratio that combines both opposite side and the adjacent side will be tan theta. So let us use the tan theta formula. Second part of the question. So you need to find the distance between C and D. And the given value was BC, which is 7.2 meters. So the trigonometry ratio that combines BC and CD will be tan theta. Opposite side by adjacent side. Tan theta equals to opposite side divided by adjacent side. And the given theta value is 60 degrees. So tan 60 degrees equals to what is opposite side? BC. What is adjacent side? CD. We know that the tan 60 degrees value is root 3 equals to BC 7.2 divided by CD. Now when we shift CD to the other side, this becomes root 3 into CD equals to 7.2. Now we are shifting the root 3 to the other side. This becomes CD equals to 7.2 divided by root 3. As we discussed earlier, that you can write 7.2 as 3 into 2.4. So CD equals to, we know that you can write 7.2 as 3 into 2.4. Now I'm writing the 7.2 as 3 into 2.4 whole square. So 1 root 3 gets cancelled. You are left with root 3. CD equals to root 3 into 2.4. And we know that root 3 value is 1.72 approximate value. So CD equals 1.72 into 2.4. So let us multiply them. 172 into 24. 4 2 sevens are 3. So this becomes 8, 12, 11, 4. So the point after one number and after two numbers. 1 plus 2 is 3. So this becomes 4.128. So therefore CD equals to 4.1. So you can write it as the number is greater than 5, a number will be added to the previous number. This becomes 4.13 meters. So therefore the distance between foot of the ladder and foot of the tower is 4.13 meters. Let me explain you this problem one more time. So here in the question, a electrician wants to repair an electric connection on a pole which is of height 9 meters. So the electric pole height is 9 meters and he needs to reach 1.8 meters below top of the pole. From the top of the pole, you need to reach a below point which is 1.8 meters down to repair work. So the repair work is at this point. So what should be the length of the ladder? Is asking us to find the length of the ladder. If he wants to project it at this point, what should be the length of the ladder? And is also asking us to find the distance between the foot of the pole and the foot of the ladder. So this would be the procedure to solve it. I hope you are clear on this problem. Actually, the boat is starting from this particular point and it has to reach the other point. So it is traveling a complete distance of 600 meters and it is making an angle of 60 degrees. It is making an angle of 60 degrees with the stream of the water. So is asking us to find the distance between these two points, which is the width of the river. So is asking us to find the distance between these two points, which is the width of the river. So the boat is traveling from this point which is making an angle of 60 degrees, and it is traveling a distance of 600 meters. So let us point them as A and C. Is asking us to find the distance of BC, and the boat is traveling a distance from A to B, which is 600 meters, by making an angle of 60 degrees with the flow of water. We call it as stream of water. So if this is the angle, the side opposite to the angle will be opposite side. So this becomes the adjacent side, and this becomes the hypotenuse. So given AB equals to 600 meters, we need to find BC, and the given angle is 60 degrees, and the trigonometry ratio that joins both hypotenuse side and the opposite side is sine. So sine theta equals to opposite side divided by hypotenuse side. What is the theta value? 60 degrees. Sine 60 degrees equals to opposite is BC divided by AB. So sine 60 degrees is root 3 by 2, and the BC value we need to find it out, and the AB value is 600. When you shift the 600 to the other side, that becomes BC equals to root 3 into 600 divided by 2 ones are 2 threes are 0. So therefore, you are left out with BC equals to root 3 into 300, which is 300 root 3 meters. So this is the problem. So the distance between these two parts is 300 root 3 meters. So this is the sixth problem. Sorry, I mean the eighth problem. Okay, the next question, the ninth question. An observer of height 1.8 meters is 13.2 meter away from the palm tree. So the distance between him and the palm tree is 13.2 meters. The angle of elevation of the top of the tree from his eyes is 45 degrees. From his eyes to the top of the tree, 45 degrees. So what is the height of the palm tree? So what is the height of the palm tree? So there is a person who is 1.8 meter height and is at a distance away from the palm tree of 13.2 meters, and from his eyes the angle of elevation of the top of the tree is 45 degrees, and from this situation he is asking us to find the height of the palm tree. So let us name these points A, B, C, name these things as D, E. So this is the height of the person, which is 1.8 meters. So this is a rectangular box, so lengths will be same, so this will be also 1.8 meters. So he is looking at an angle of 45 degrees and is away from the palm tree by a distance of 13.2 meters. So he's asking us to find the height of the tree. So height of tree will be C2E. The complete height of the tree will be C2, but in triangle ABC you have BC. So let us assume the length of the BC as h meters. Let us assume the length h. The angle with the side which is opposite to the angle becomes opposite side. This is adjacent side, and the slant part is hypotenuse. So the one that combines both opposite side and the adjacent side will be tan theta. So tan theta equals to opposite side divided by adjacent side. What is tan? 45 degrees. And what is opposite side? It is BC divided by what would be the adjacent side? AB. Tan 45 is 1. What is the value of BC? It's H. Value of AB 13.2. So when you flip to the other side, this becomes H equals to 13.2 meters. So we know that the height of the total tree is CE, which we know that C is C to B plus B to E. C to B plus what is B? 1.8. So what is the H value? 13.2 plus 1.8. So when you add them, you will get 15.0 meters. So therefore, the height of the palm tree is 15 meters. So therefore, height of palm tree is 15 meters. So this is the, I hope you understood all the problems of the exercise. And there is another question, the seventh question, which is not that important, so we are ignoring it as of now. If you want that particular problem, you can comment and you can ping in the comment section that you want the problem, so then we can discuss it. So these are the 9 problems. I hope you like the video. If you have any doubts, you can ping me in the comment section. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day.